On the receive side of the Albrecht Micro Mini AE6110, I seem to recall the number being, there are no receive adjustments whatsoever. There is no detector to adjust, so there's not really much I can talk to you about. But what I can do is say what we can test. What we have is, on this one we've got an S meter, and it's got the bars for 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and plus 30. Now if I put a signal of 100 microvolts on the test set, which I'm now going to do, that should be S9, and it's S7, so it's just that little bit under, but it isn't adjustable. So normally we'd be able to just pop that up.
How about the RF gain? Is that
the RF gain is off, Mark, so yep, that was a good point, but not. So where is it S9? Well, it's S9 at, can you see it toggling between 7 and 9 there? It's at 150 microvolts, it's reading S9. And then let's see where plus 30 comes in. Yeah, it's coming in at, I'll just reduce it there. It's coming in at 10 millivolts. So it does read, it's a proper S meter, but it just on the lazy side, and unfortunately it's not adjustable, so it must be programmed in like that. But there you go, that is the RF, the S meter. So to recap what we said on the transmit side, when you're going to transmit and the bar graph reads the full amount on the meter there, it means absolutely nothing. It's no more informative than the red TX light. It doesn't matter whether the set's giving half a watt out or 3.5 watts, it still reads the same. So don't be fooled that that's 3 lights, it's not, it's 1. Now let's turn this down and see what the sensitivities that we can get. So we're now on 1 microvolt on the test set, 0.3 of a microvolt, and where do we lose it? Well, I'm going to turn the tone off and switch it back on. You can just hear it at 0.15 of a microvolt. So this particular sample is slightly more sensitive than yesterday's CRT1. However, the transmit power on this, we didn't have any difficulty getting 4 watts out of the CRT1, and this one's struggling at 3.5. Not that it makes much difference on either of those parameters, but this is just that tad more sensitive. So I'm going to switch the signal generator off, turn the volume down a bit so we don't blow our eardrums out at this end, and show you the squelch settings. So the squelch at the moment is off, it says on the display. We can advance that to its lowest level, which is 0.1, and then I'm going to switch the signal generator back on, and let's see where it comes in. It comes in at 1 microvolt, and it drops off at 0.45 of a microvolt, so that's absolutely fine. We're now going to set the squelch to full. So once we go into that, I'll just go backwards. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. 2.8 is the, oh yeah, 2.8, isn't it? So now we'll see where the signal generator comes in. That's 100 microvolts. You can see the S meter moving up. That's 300 microvolts. That's 1 volt, 1 millivolt, 3 millivolts, and it comes in exactly like the other one does at 100 millivolts. And as I said yesterday, it does come in, because the last thing you want is a CB radio where you set the squelch to full and no signal ever will open the squelch. So the threshold works well, the hysteresis works well. Now the other one had auto squelch by holding the squelch button down. So does this one? It does indeed, and that's variable as well, especially if I don't press the transmit button by mistake. So the auto squelch, and we can adjust where that comes in on that setting. So you've got a preset range. The RF gain yesterday, we held the RF gain and then it was adjustable. There we go. 5.4 is the highest. So if I now put a S9 signal on the radio, we can't actually hear that. And then switch the RF gain off, you'll see that romp through and then be fully attenuated. So that is totally variable on that in these steps. Yesterday we discovered on the CRT1 that pressing the AF button and holding it brought it into scan mode, and it has on this. So we take the signal off it, it should go whipping off. If we're still in scan, yes it has. And on the other one, when we pressed the down button on the mic, it went backwards on the scan, and it does on this. So that works the same. So that concludes what the radio has, and the microphone, like yesterday, has got up and down on it in the PTT. It's a condenser type mic. So we'll do an air test on this, and I'll get Mark to drive up the road, and we'll see if it performs as well as the other one did. See you on the next test.